Yeah, I think everything is possible. I just need to work not just harder, but hard.
What's up, guys, and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So, everyone is praising Andrew Jagged on his very dominating win last night in Romania. So, the part of the speech where he talked about winning the Olympia next year, that was like Andrew finally manifesting and speaking from a place of confidence for the very first time in his career, especially after placing top 3 at the Olympia this year and then showing up in a perfectly peak condition here in Romania 5 weeks post show. So now almost everyone out there 100% believes that Andrew is gonna win an Olympia title. Maybe that's gonna happen in 2026 or the year after that. But this now is very imminent.
And definitely, when I win the Olympia next year, I'll come back here to celebrate with you guys. Like, you show it. So yeah. Yeah. So it's not about the money or whatever. It's just a promise I'm making to you guys. So yeah, it will happen.
So back when Andrew Jagged was training with Chris Lewis aka Psycho Fitness, there were some people out there like Ian Valier who questioned that method of training. And interestingly, Andrew has gotten a lot better since the Olympia last year and he has improved tremendously. So Kamal and Andrew working together, that has also been a big factor here. Now, I'm not gonna say it's the biggest difference maker for Andrew Jagged. That is of course Krizo and Andrew finally figuring out the right formula that works 100% in his favor. And I'm guessing Andrew just needed more time. And now the man is finally coming into his own. And now he himself also believes that he's gonna win the Olympia title. So the side shots on him, they're looking so much better, so much improved. And he has been looking so much filled out. And that is something which we all know was the biggest knock on Andrew's physique. And most importantly, they somehow cracked the code of getting him peeled front to back while maintaining very good size, very good muscle pop. So do we even need to discuss the scorecard here? Everybody out there already knew that this will be a perfect win for Andrew, especially after the prejudging. So why did Andrew decide to go for Romania Pro, even though he was already qualified for the Olympia next year? Maybe he wanted to compete for his fans, but he also wanted to give a loud and a clear message to his competition to be ready to face him at his all-time best, first at the Arnold Ohio next year and then at the Olympia. And if Andrew shows up in a similar condition like this one at the Arnold next year, he will be a very hard man to beat. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. So what an awesome run this was by the young sensation Joan Pradels, who has already established himself as the next big star in men's open bodybuilding. So he did a total of 4 shows in 4 weeks' time, and he placed second in 2 of them out of those 4 shows. So it has been a very long prep for Joan Pradels, but there is an Olympia qualification waiting for him if he continues to diet for just 2 more weeks and does Japan Pro. I mean, he has already beaten James Hollingshead and very convincingly at the British Grand Prix, and I am very certain he can do that again. So there was no real competition between Joan and Andrew Jagged. But just looking at the way this young kid was able to open up in some shots like the front double, the front lat, the abs and thigh on him, with his massive quad sweep coming into play, that was so damn awesome. So this guy needs more density in the upper body, front to back, especially from the back. And as he gains more experience, the muscle maturity, that hot dense look, that is also gonna kick in, which is gonna make him a very competitive IFBB pro and probably one of the most dangerous guy in the open bodybuilding in the upcoming years. He has that kind of structure which just allows him to step on the stage and be very competitive in any kind of lineup, and he's gonna be there at the Olympia every single year for many years to come. So can he be in that top 5 at the Olympia level? Well, that's a bit too early to say, but this guy does have the structure for it. So Josema Beast won Classic Physique category by perfect score. So the old school fans, they always talk about the 90s era and how those guys were so conditioned. Well, here we have a guy who has been consistently showing up, more shredded than the guys from even back in the 90s. So almost everyone out there was in total awe of how impressive Josema looked. Here in Romania, especially the back on him, that was ripped to shreds. That being said, I want to point out that his front double biceps and the comparison between him and Pitor Wojciechowicz, who by the way was 4th in this show, but I believe that guy, he had the most classic looking structure in this lineup, and he will make some big noise in classic in the upcoming years. So this guy literally has some of the most insane V-taper, craziest X-frame in the entire classic physique division right now. He has those big bubbly quads, one of the smallest waistline. And this was just his rookie year, and he made his Olympia debut, and he actually did very well for his first time. And there is a reason why a veteran like Oskar Lashinsky, he said that Pitor is the dark horse for him for the Olympia this year. So when we look at his back double biceps, you can clearly see why he came in 4th here, as that is the area where Pitor is gonna have to make some big progress. But other than that, he's a star in the making, and it's only a matter of time for him, and everyone will be talking about this guy. So a huge congrats to Josema Beast for winning Romania Pro and also securing an early Olympia spot. So when this guy made his debut back in 2024, he was top 6. This year he was top 4. Can he move up into the top 3 next year? So many of us have been pitching this idea that Michael Krizo should wear a waist trainer, just like Rolly Winkler did back in 2018, which made a massive difference in his stage appearance, especially that year. And finally Krizo is taking that step, which was very much needed. So he was spotted wearing a waist trainer today. And if he continues with this practice all the way throughout this off-season, Krizo might show up with a totally different look at the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro in 2026 with a very tight midsection and a very tapered down waistline. So yes, this has been confirmed by Michael Krizo that he wants to do 2 more pro shows in the next season before he goes for the Olympia prep. And keep in mind, Krizo will step on the Olympia stage after a 2 years gap, and he wants to move up from the 7th place that he got back in 2023. So in order for him to accomplish that, he's gonna have to show up at his all-time best, especially with a controlled midsection. And after Prague, one thing was crystal clear. He has only one weakness, his waistline. He was the most muscular guy, even standing next to Samson Dauda. He has plenty of size, and people just do not appreciate how Krizo is able to bring a rock-solid condition every single time he steps on stage. The man always shows up, ripped to the bone. So he proved us all wrong, who were predicting that Keon Pearson, he's gonna destroy him in Prague because of his symmetry and his aesthetics. But the size on Krizo, that was so undeniable. So let me know what you guys think. Will Krizo be top 6 next year at the Olympia? Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.